What's up, you guys? It's your boy K back with another McBanger, baby. And today we taking a break from all the Mustang action, yes indeed. But today I'm taking you on a job site with me, and I'm going to show you how to replace a hub bearing. Yes, so this is the same procedure pretty much for any car out there. But today I'm working on a 2007 Saturn Aurora. But like I said, it's the same procedure. Only thing that could be different mainly will be the axle nut size. So you'll have a different size. So mine's a 36 millimeters, so that can vary between any size or truck or whatever, but pretty much the procedure is the same. I'm doing it for the front passenger side. These parts are usually universal, so you can put them on the front passenger, front driver, it really doesn't matter. But with that being said, y'all watch the video all the way through. Don't forget, give me that good thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if I helped you out, leave a comment down below. But let's get into the video.
Thing you want to do is make sure you jack up the car, put a jack stand underneath, and I always put the tire underneath just in case. Now that you got that done, move over here. Now remember, if you jacking it up like that, make sure you loosen up the tire. Make sure you loosen up the nuts before you lift the car up, because you can't loosen it in the air, so at least without a power tool. So then you go ahead, take the rim off, the tire off, and now you're left with this. What you need to do is loosen this right here. On Saturn's, the car that I'm working on, this is a 36 millimeter socket. So this big thing right here, right? Go ahead, put it on your wrench, your ratchet, and go ahead, tighten it off. Loosen it off. Now what you could do is have somebody sit in the car, press the brakes, and that'll give you a little bit more leverage, and you could use a breaker bar to go ahead and loosen it up. Then you do that, loosen it up, boom, now you got to loose. Then after you do that, just leave it alone. You want to come to the calipers. You got to take the calipers off, the housing, the rotor, and then behind it is the wheel bearing, or the hub bearing. So let's go ahead and take this caliper off right here. So what you do is 2 screws are here, one right here, one at the bottom. Then there's 2 holding the housing, one right here and one down at the bottom. Just loosen those up. Need a 14 millimeter. Go ahead and put it on there and just loosen it. So let's go ahead, take something, pry up the caliper, just like that. Try to get it off. Take it and just sit it up here. Sit it right there, just like that. Then take your flathead and remove the pads. Make sure you set them down somewhere decent. Do the same thing. Now that you got the caliper and the pads out the way, you got to remove the housing. It's this bolt here and the one right there. Oh yeah, what are you trying to do to it? Alright, so after you take all that off, go ahead, finish loosening up your axle nut. So go ahead and do that. Once you get that off, just set it off to the side. Pull your rotor off, set it off to the side. And here you go. Now you got your hub, all right? And it's 3 screws on the back of the hub that you gotta unloosen to pull it off. So I'm about to go ahead and show you. 3 screws. I don't know if you can see it, but it's one at the top, one right here at the bottom, and one on the other side at the bottom. So those 3. This is what it's gonna look like when you get all 3 screws out. You can see the empty holes right there. Then the third one is right here. But now once you get that off, get a hammer and try to hit it out so you can get your hammer and flathead, kind of put it here and just start beating this towards you, and then it should come out. If you need be, you can hit this, the axle, but make sure you don't mess up the thread. So I recommend putting like a 2x4 right here and hit the 2x4. All right. Okay, so once you beat it off, it literally should come out just like this. Now this is the dust shield, so you ain't gotta worry about it. Just remember how it goes. But pull it right off the axle. Actually, hold on. 1 second. And it's a connection right here, right there, that you gotta unhook. So unhook that and then it'll slide right out. Here you go. Here's the old one. Here's the new one with the dust shield. This is what the axle's looking like right now. But remember, I told you had to disconnect this, and it literally connects right here. Then I'm just hanging up the caliper right there. So what we do now is literally take the new one, push it in, connect it, and then repeat the whole process, but in reverse, tighten up everything. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, once you tighten up the 3 screws, that one is one in there, the back side there. Make sure you take your connection and you plug it back in. All right, so just like that, and it could snap on to here if you want it to, but it's really good. Just go ahead, take your nut and just go ahead, turn it down. I usually don't tighten it until the end. Make sure I got everything on there first. But there you go. Take your rotor. Slide your rotor on there. Take the housing, slide it like this, and then put your screws on in the back. All right, so once you put the bracket on there, just like that, make sure it's tight. Go ahead and insert your brake pads. Brake pads go like this. So take it, clip it right on in there. If you got lube, you can lube them up. I don't have any lube right now, so we good. All right, so after you put your brake pads on, next thing you do is just grab your caliper. Go ahead, place that back over the pads. Just like so. Go ahead, get your caliper bolts and put them in. One at the bottom, one at the top. Make sure everything lines up. There, you good to go. Go ahead and tighten these down. Go ahead, tighten them down. Same thing for the bottom. And then final step, go ahead, tighten down your axle nut. Once you get done with this, there you go, you completed your first hub bearing. Just put the tire back on with the lug nuts and you're good to go.